Thank you, everyone. My name is Nandita Venkatesan, and this dance, known as the Shiva Rudram, a rendition to the god of the destroyer of evil, is dedicated to the exemplary courage and strength shown by every TB survivor sitting here in the audience and to the million others around globally. I have survived TB twice in my life, at the ages of 17 and 23. My second battle robbed me of my hearing completely, but it did not take away my love for dance, despite no longer being able to follow any form of music. Yes, this included this performance as well. Or my passion for helping others in their own struggles with the disease. Yesterday, I attended the first ever Survivors Summit, and I would now like to present a statement written by all those who attended the summit. We, survivors of TB and other lung diseases, here on the 29th October 2019, at the first ever Survivors Summit in Hyderabad, India, call on all attendees of the 50th Union World Conference on Lung Health and around the world to hereby commit that from now on, you will do nothing about us without us. We have walked the difficult path of these diseases, mind you, and we have survived. Our voices, our experiences, and our stories count. We are to be heard, and we are to be listened to and acted upon. You say, you know the signs of our diseases. We say, we know the pain of living with them. You say that diagnostics are hard and expensive to provide. We say that late diagnosis destroyed our health and lives. You say that developing new drugs is expensive, but we say that it is more expensive to lose our hearing, to lose our sight, and lose our livelihoods. You say that it's difficult to increase funding for research and development. We say that without more government investment and support, our brothers and sisters will continue to die. We do not need you to watch us take our treatment. We need holistic, integrated, people-centered assistance and care. None of us would be here today without you. Your work revolves around diseases that we know more intimately than we ever hope you will ever have to know. But where are we at your tables, on your panels, and in your publications? We all come here with the same goals: finding cures, finding answers, finding ways of improving lives of those stricken with these diseases. We are not cases and we are not burdens, and we are more than just patients. We are people. We have a right to life. We have a right to dignity. We have a right to information, education, and work. We have a right to health and to benefit from scientific progress. We have a right to know our rights and to exercise them freely, especially in our healthcare system. You know, many of us did not choose this as some sort of a career path. It was chosen for us when we fell ill. And it has now become our life's work, often without any compensation for our time. Respect us, pay us, work with us, see us for what we are, experts in our field. We cannot do this without you, and you cannot do this without us. I would now like to invite on stage a person who's been involved in this moment closely to introduce you to someone who has played a young girl, who has played a very important role in the DRTB treatment in India. I would like to call on stage Ms. Leena Menghani. And we will pay tribute to a very special young girl here who has played an exemplary role in improving the treatment for DRTB in India.
Azadi, Azadi! Azadi, Azadi! Azadi, Azadi! So, yeah. Azadi, Azadi! Azadi, Azadi. Yeah. Yeah. My voice actually is shaking when I'm reading this out. We speak not just for those who survive, for those who did not survive TB and DRTB. All of us here gathered today at this global conference in India to discuss the science and the medical aspects of TB. But we often forget that this disease is not just about science and public health, but also about the right of those living, dying, and affected by TB and DRTB. Not once did we hear the word rights in the plenary. One of us who did not survive is Shreya. Shreya, who didn't live to see her 20th birthday. She belongs with Malala, and she belongs with Greta in the pantheon of teenagers who stood for the principles of equality and justice. Of the 2.7 million Indians with tuberculosis, she was one of the 130,000 who was affected by drug-resistant tuberculosis, the disease that affects a lot of people in India. Suffering repeated misdiagnosis, an apathic healthcare system that failed her at every stage of her diagnosis and treatment. She, along with her father, traveled repeatedly by train to Mumbai and Delhi, looking and seeking treatment for XDR-TB that she lived with since 2012. when she finally received her diagnosis of XDR-TB in 2015, she was refused treatment with the new TB drugs that could save her life. Her decision to go to court to be able to access new TB drugs from the TB program finally provided a face and voice to the thousands who struggled across the country for the drug DR-TB diagnosis and the right to treatment. Even if it's too late, she said, she told the Guardian, at least those patients who will benefit from it, other patients will benefit from it. Her actions changed the Indian TB program forever, forcing it to acknowledge reality and announce the scale-up and access to bedaquiline across the country, and pushing us as civil society to pressurize Otsuka, the pharmaceutical giant, to register Delaminid in India. The new drugs cured her, but she died of overwhelming pulmonary failure, so they came too late. The delays in getting the right diagnosis and therapy were deadly, but she gave life to thousands of DR-TB patients who came after her, who were able to access bedaquiline or Delaminid from the TB program. We must remember her spirit and continue to fight for the access to diagnostics and more effective TB drugs for people with DR-TB. She passed away on 8th of October 2018. Please stand to observe a 2-minute silence so that we can remember Shreya and thousands of others who lost their lives to TB and DR-TB today. Thank you very much. You know, Mumbai is known as ground zero for DR-TB. And there are a lot of people from Bombay today who've overcome many barriers to get to this TB conference. So if there's anybody from Mumbai who wants to say something, please.
Thank you, Leena. My name is Ganesh Acharya. I'm a TB activist. So I was 17 years old, boy. Twice I had TB. Then I decided nobody can get TB like me. So Mumbai, where I live, is a global hub of the drug-resistant TB. And we don't understand the strengths of resistant pattern. Mumbai, everywhere, million people are coming, but where is a drug? Where is a medicine? We don't have medicine to treat people. I humble request to everyone, and house Shreya open the door for the people. You all have to push for the access to treatment. Mumbai, we don't have medicine, bedaquiline, Delaminid together. Thank you.
तो मेरा नाम मीरा यादव है और मैं XDR TB सर्वाइवर हूँ मुंबई से। मेरा ये कहना है कि जो मैंने स्ट्रगल किया, जो मैंने सर्वाइव किया, वो अभी के मरीज़ ना करें। आज मुझसे मेरा बेटा दूर है, लेकिन ऐसा किसी के साथ ना हो। मैंने पूरे 6 साल मेरे TB के इसमें वेस्ट हो गए। कभी सोचा नहीं था कि लाइफ के इतने सारे साल TB डिसीज़ में वेस्ट हो जाएंगे। आज मुझसे मेरी फैमिली दूर है, मेरा बेटा मुझसे दूर है, जस्ट क्योंकि मुझे TB हुआ था इसलिए। तो TB ये हमारे हकों की लड़ाई है। जो 2 दवाइयाँ हैं नई, इससे मैं ठीक हुई हूँ, मैं इसी से मेरी जान बची है। और मैं चाहती हूँ कि ये दोनों दवाइयाँ कॉम्बिनेशन में सबको मिले, हर ज़रूरतमंद को मिले जिसे ये 2 दवा की ज़रूरत है, ताकि वो बच सके। क्योंकि इस देश का जो मरीज़ है, जो भी मरीज़ है टीबी के, वही इस देश का भविष्य है। तो मैं ये चाहूँगी कि ये 2 दवाइयाँ एक्सटेंशन में सबको मिले, एंड ऑफ द ट्रीटमेंट, ना कि सिर्फ 6 मंथ के लिए ही, ताकि सबकी जानें बच सके। थैंक यू।
इंजेक्शन से आजादी,
दर्दनाक इंजेक्शन से, दवाइयों की पेटेंट से, दवाइयों की महंगाई से, हमें चाहिए टीबी से, हमें चाहिए टीबी से, हमें चाहिए टीबी से।
आजादी, आजादी, दर्दनाक इंजेक्शन से, दर्दनाक इंजेक्शन से, हमें चाहिए टीबी से, दर्दनाक इंजेक्शन से,
दवाइयों की स्टॉक आउट से, मेडिसिन के स्टॉक आउट से,
आजादी, आजादी,
मेडिसिन के स्टॉक आउट से,
आजादी, आजादी,
हमें चाहिए आजादी,
आजादी, आजादी,
हमें चाहिए।
दर्दनाक इंजेक्शन से, हमें चाहिए टीबी से। थैंक यू।
थैंक यू सो मच।
Just for the international audience here, Azadi means freedom. And all the slogans that were spoken here talk about different types of freedom that one wants within the domain of TB. Be it painful injections. So one slogan meant freedom from painful injections, freedom from longer regimens, freedom from, freedom from TB itself. That is what, freedom from high prices.